Well, hello, Ontradentists. Angus Pryor here, creator of the Dental Profit System and #1 Amazon best-selling author, bring you today's Marketing Monday, the weekly show designed to boost the marketing at your dental practice. Now, today the question that I'm posing to you is, what is dental marketing's the one thing? Now, firstly, before I get into the detail, thank you so much for the thumbs up. You know, I really appreciate it. So if you just give me a thumbs up, give me the encouragement to keep going. And secondly, if you wouldn't mind, just type in a 1 if you're watching this live and type in a 2 if you're watching this afterwards. That really helps me. All right, well, let's get on to today's topic. And hello, thank you for everyone who's joining in. As I say, I really appreciate the thumbs up. Now, have you read the book by Gary Keller called The One Thing? Just so you know who Gary is, if you've been to the US, I don't know if it's the biggest, but certainly one of the biggest real estate agencies in the US is called Keller Williams. There we are, there's a thumbs up. And Gary Keller is the founder, co-founder of that. And the book, The One Thing, is based on this principle. What is the one thing, if you do it, all other things will be easier or irrelevant? It's a little bit like the 80-20 rule, and it's based on a really interesting finding that a domino, let's imagine a domino's that big, that a domino can knock over a next domino that's 50% bigger. So let's say that's we'll call that 1 inch, maybe 1 centimetre for a younger generation. That if that's 1 centimetre, that domino can knock over a domino that's 1.5 centimetres big, which can knock over a domino 2.25 centimetres big, which can, and now I'm starting to struggle with my maths, 3.5 centimetres big, etc., etc. So, and in fact, you get an exponential effect. And as it is with actual physical dominoes, and they've done this in some universities in the US, where they've ended up sort of, knocking over a domino that's the size of a house. But as it is in dominoes, so it is in life and business. And so the question is, what's the one thing that you can do in your business that if you can get that thing done will make everything else easier or indeed irrelevant? You don't need to do it. Well, that got me to thinking about marketing dental practices. What is it about? What's the one thing for dental marketing? And this is the conclusion that I've drawn. The one thing for your dental practice and your marketing is knowing who your ideal client is. The reason I say that is because if you know who your ideal client is, then everything else falls from that. If you can have a look, hey Mitesh, if you can have a look at your own data and figure out who are the people who are spending the most money with you, because let's face it, spending money is a proxy for trust. So if you can figure out who that is and what are the common characteristics, then you can really speak to them and encourage more and more. Hey Michelle, thank you for the one. You can really encourage more and more of that. But the problem is if you don't know that, then a lot of your marketing activities can be wasted. Now, I just want to give you an analogy. If you're in the service-based industry, you might assume, if you don't know who your ideal client is, you go, well, what we're going to do is we're going to come and serve them something to eat. We're in the service-based industry. That's what we do. Well, but what if the person's fasting, which I usually do on a Monday as an aside? Then you may feel like you're providing the ideal thing, but for that ideal client, you've missed the mark. Now, with the clients that we've worked with, the dentists that we've worked with, figuring out who their ideal client is, the needs of those ideal clients is actually quite different. Yes, all of them need something to do with their teeth, but I can tell you for one of our clients, what the number one thing that their ideal client wanted was that sort of being pampered, like a sense of, the going to the dentist is like part of my health and beauty regime. Well, that's a totally different experience from some other areas where it's kind of fix my teeth in the most cost-effective way. And so therefore, for me, in dental marketing, the one thing, the one little domino that's going to knock all those increasingly big dominoes is knowing who your ideal client is. All right, well, that's it for this pretty simple message today. I hope you can figure out who your ideal client is. If you don't know how to do that and you want help, please message me. I'm pretty sure in my book I covered that. And you know I love action takers, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If you message me and say, Angus, I'd like to find out more about the one thing, please send me a copy of your book. For the first, I'm feeling generous, it's Monday. For the first 2 people who do that, I'll send you a copy of my book. How about that? I couldn't be fairer than that. Otherwise, if you want to come and spend a whole day working out how to, target your ideal clients and leave at the end of the day with a personalised marketing plan that you can implement the next day, then check out dpmplan.com.au. DPM plan, as in dental practice marketing plan.com.au. We're in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne in July and August. Come and see me then. Otherwise, for me, Angus Pryor signing off. See you next time on Marketing Monday.